Morning, folks. Me and Isaac worked yesterday and got the van running. Runs pretty good. I didn't vlog any of it. Kind of a blah day. Wind was blowing, nasty sand. Got a few projects that I got to do today. One of the things that we're really going to need down on the homestead is a swamp cooler. And there's several people out there on the internet who have built solar swamp coolers. And I'm going to go look for some parts today to build a solar swamp cooler. So I'm out here at the local junkyard, local scrapyard, looking for a swamp cooler and not really finding any. No telling what a person will find out here. I kind of like scrapyards. Endless possibilities. But I'm not seeing any swamp coolers. There's several salvage yards here around town. So I'm going to go look and see what I can come up with. But I'm not seeing anything here. But I'm going to continue to look around. Well, I'm still on the hunt. They didn't have any here at this salvage yard. I'm going to run up to the next one. And there's a junk guy right outside of town. He may have something. Even if I can't find a swamp cooler frame, maybe I can just find a watertight container of some sort that I can modify. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm gonna head on down the road here, see what else I can find. So I'm out here at this salvage yard, which is just down the road. It's noisy. A lot cleaner. A lot cleaner. Maybe I can find something here. I don't know if y'all can see him or not. There's a junkyard squirrel. First time I've ever seen that. I've seen every kind of animal in the world in a junkyard. Horses, dogs. Never seen a junkyard squirrel. That's pretty neat. He's eating something, finding something to eat. There's a bunch of stuff here. There he goes. There's a bunch of stuff here, but nothing along the lines of what I need. America creates a lot of junk, don't it? Squirrel seems right at home amongst all this metal. Well, guess I'm gonna keep looking. Day's young yet. That's a project I got for myself today. You got to get prepared before you can do things, and I don't want to go to the homestead and then be burning up. Certainly don't want my wife burning up from the heat and then have to make this thing while I got time down because all this corona stuff. I will get one built if I can ever find the parts. I just went into Tractor Supply and they're all out of swamp cooler parts also. I'm batting 1,000 a day. So I'm over here at Home Depot looking for swamp cooler parts. And this is the line going in. And almost everyone has a mask on. Doesn't make much sense to me, but each his own, I reckon. So I'm gonna need one of these regardless, and I'm gonna need one of these. let's just put our pump in. And we're going to need to go look at some cooler pads over here. So here's our evaporator pads. They've got quite a few in stock. And they've got tons of other options over here. But what I'm having trouble finding is a cooler. I've got to come up with something, and most of the options that people have on YouTube are for inside. Ours is going outside in a very sandy condition, so that's why I'm looking for a swamp cooler, but it looks like I'm gonna have to build my own. It's getting a little bit hot, folks. I have just about given up. I talked to a guy in here. I was just going to go buy a brand new one. But I talked to a guy in here, and he said there is a fabrication place. And I like to fabricate stuff myself, but I need it to be watertight. That's my thing. And I don't want something cheap. I don't want something flimsy. And I talked to this guy in there, and he said that there's a place over here that could probably fabricate what I'm looking for. So I am going to take and run over there and see if they can fabricate me one. We'll see. So I am here at Foster's Heating and Air, or Plumbing and Heating, and they are going to construct me a frame. Just going to be easier and simpler, and it's going to be something that's going to last. It's not going to be all janky. So they're going to construct it. Didn't cost that much. And then I'm going to put the pads and everything in it. So they're doing a really good job. Guy was really professional with me. He didn't want to be on camera, so I didn't put it in there. But it's Foster's Heating and Plumbing, and they're really professional. You know, if you're in the Farmington area, you need something fabricated, they can definitely get it done for you. So glad to have that out of the way. I'll bring you the rest of it once I get the frame back, and we'll take and put it all together. Okay, folks, here it is. I got it in the van just so the wind don't get a hold of it. I filmed this the other day, and the wind was so bad when I was reviewing the footage, you just could not see it. So this is the second time I'm filming this. This is the frame that they made me. About $130 in sheet metal. These little old tracks, I don't know if you can see real good, right back there, they left that open so I could take the bottom off, but it's going to be easier for me to take the top off. So I just have to unbend these, straighten these out, and pull it off. It's kind of like on a track. So I got the pads. You seen us grab the pads the other day, the basket, and a few things. We have since changed our mind as to what we're going to be doing, how we're going to set it up. We're actually going to use a float valve, and we're going to have a tank on the outside, most likely a 5-gallon bucket or some type of water type tank that we can fill up, and then we're going to put a feed tube down into the bottom with that float valve. That way we don't overflow, and we don't have to take the top off every time we want to fill the water cooler up. Now what I'm going to be doing right here, I'm going to be putting some wire mesh, some hardware cloth on the outside, put the pads on the inside with a little wire cage around them. In the back, that's where the fan's going to go once it comes in. The fan and the pumps have not come in yet, so I've still got to get those parts in and figure out how I'm going to design the whole drip system for the pads. Probably going to do PVC once I get the pump in and know what all my fittings are going to be like. So it's going to be a really nice little off-grid 12-volt evaporator cooler. And for those of you who don't know, on the desert, air conditioners don't work that well, but water evaporator coolers do. So the premise behind it is water's going to run down these pads. It's going to be pumped up and run down these pads, and then the fan is going to pull air through those pads into the camper. So that's the premise behind it. Waiting on the pump, waiting on the fan. As soon as I get those things together, I will take and I will start putting the pads in, start manufacturing the drip system, and then I'll bring you guys a finished product. I hate not bringing you guys finished products, but just thought I'd go ahead and get this out there. As soon as all the parts come in, I'll be showing you guys how I put it together, how it works, and hook up a solar panel, hook up a 12-volt battery, kind of show you guys the whole process. But it's going to be a cheap and easy way to cool your small, tiny house, your camper, your RV in an off-grid situation. So I think it's going to really work well for us. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. One of the things I noticed the other day was on my analytics, a bunch of people who watch our channel are not subscribed. So if you're watching our channel, if you're liking the content, we'd appreciate a subscribe. We're always doing giveaways. We're always doing lives on Saturday night, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Come check us out. Come join in the fun. We're just a big community. We'll see you down the road.